ahead and have a seat wherever you're comfortable. So I'm just going to sit cross-legged, knees relaxed. I'm going to start with some breathing, some shoulders, just rolling through the shoulders. We're going to start with a full, strong inhale and a full, strong exhale. That rib cage expands on the inhale, and the rib cage contracts on the exhale. Let's think about keeping the shoulders low and relaxed, the string lifting out of the top of our head. We're going to draw the belly button to the spine. I want to keep that strong connection. Continuing with that breath cycle. Now, the space around us, we're going to scoop out a big circle. I'm going to lead with the top of the head, and we're just going to lean into this, taking it forward, taking it to the side, and taking it back. Now, I want to allow my chin to tilt through this. I'm taking ear to shoulder, chin to chest, other ear, other shoulder, and chin up. Let's take one more circle around, please. And we're going to come to the top, and I'm going to hold it here. We're going to take it back the other direction. So just really leaning into this, really trying to get that nice stretch into the low back, into the side body, allowing that cervical vertebra to move with us. I'm going to come back around to the top and hold it here. So everybody take a moment. I'm going to lean forward into my hands, and then just increasing that fold, lean a little deeper into the elbows maybe. Keep your breath moving. Good inhale, exhale. And then I'm just going to stretch my arms out a little further around the back. So take a small cat stretch. Scoop the belly. Keep a little bit of pressure on the floor and drag those hands in. Coming up to sit one vertebra at a time. Nice and tall, shoulders back. Take a moment and just lean back. Change your top leg or your front leg. And this time we'll lean into our hand. So I'm just going to lean into one hand. I'm going to take that nice little side bend, looking under the arm, and then circle around like a rag doll, taking it to the other side, getting that nice deep side body stretch. Now let's move with the breath on this. Inhale, exhale, circle. Inhale, reach, up and over. Take that inhale and circle. Exhale around. And we'll hold on this one. So we're going to take it back the other direction. So inhale, lean into the stretch. Exhale, circle. And up and over. Just keeping that breath moving. Keeping that belly button scooped in tight. Let's take one more circle around, please. So nice little lean. And then we'll come back to the top. Hold it here. And then just lean into the hands again like we did before. Increasing down into that forward fold, maybe reaching your elbows. If you're still on your hands, that's okay too. Let's think about that long, straight back. And then I'm going to reach out a little further, rounding through the back. So think about a nice little cat stretch here. A little bit of pressure on the floor as we drag those hands in, coming to sit up. Nice and tall, shoulders back. All right, so just kick your feet around to where you can still see. And we'll go into our half roll backs. So feet about shoulder hip distance apart. I'm going to reach out like I'm holding that ball. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, take that half roll back. So we're going to scoop through the belly. So think about drawing the navel to spine. Let's go ahead and walk one leg up, other leg up. Now you can hold if you need that little modification. Otherwise, I'm just reaching through those hands. Keep it really strong. Think about this strong abdominal connection, navel to spine. And because it's you guys, and I know that you can do this, we're just going to go right into our little leg extensions. We're going to take it right and left and right, engaging these quadriceps and left. Let's get one more each side, right and left. We're going to take both feet up, big squeeze. Take an inhale, exhale down, reaching through those hands, and then sit up tall with an inhale. Let's go ahead and do that one again. We're going to sit up tall, inhale, exhale, half roll back, draw the belly button in, one leg up, other leg up, And just hold for a moment, keeping that strong connection, navel to spine. Let's add those legs, alternating right and left and right and left. Let's take the hands together and add some rotation because we can. Right and left. Think about pulling that elbow back and left. One more each side, guys. Right and left. Both feet up. Big squeeze. Squeeze those legs. Squeeze those heels. Now I'm just going to cross my ankles as I come down to the floor for a little stretch. How are we doing out there?
Okay.
Okay. So bring yourself up to seated, and we're going to take a full roll down. We're going to go into some hundreds. So reaching out nice and long. We're just going to take the full roll down. We're going to inhale, exhale all the way down, really articulating through the spine, one vertebra at a time. And then go ahead and walk one knee in and walk the other knee in. Take a moment, give yourself just a quick little back massage, a little side to side. You can also point and flex. I'm just going to move out just a little. There we go. And from here, we're going to stack the knees above the hips. So I want to keep this little tabletop shin for just a second. I'm going to bring myself into forward flexion and reach out and start pulsing the hands like you're splashing water. We're going to flex on the inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, point and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's extend and flex, 2, 3, 4, 5, point and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Really zip these inner thighs, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Now if you'd like, add a lower 2, 3, 4, 5, and lift 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep that belly button scooped, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lift 2, 3, 4, 5, and lower 2, 3, 4, 5, and lift. Long and strong inner thighs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Hold it here. Last cycle. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Stay here. Lift up a little higher. Knees float in, head and shoulders come down, and give yourself a little break. All right, so I'm going to take my feet to the floor and extend through the legs. So with this, I want to think about the strong lower body. So using maybe the back of your legs. So think about using the back of your legs and your glutes to kind of squeeze that mat. I'm going to zip my thighs together super strong, and we're going to reach the hands over the heart. So like you're holding a ball right over your chest, we're going to reach the ball toward the ceiling, and then we're going to pull the shoulder blades together. So like you're squeezing your mat with that middle back. Let's exhale as we reach and inhale as we retract. So as I'm going through this little arm motion, I want to also think about scooping my belly button toward the floor, so keeping a strong connection, and also keeping that inner thigh squeeze. So we're really keeping that lower half active. Let's take one more inhale, exhale, and big reach. Now I'm just going to inhale and slightly retract the scapula. I don't want to overdo this, and I'm going to float my arms back. I don't want to pop the rib cage, so if it feels like your ribs are lifting, just kind of scoop that belly down just a bit. We're going to take a full roll up, guys. First one's usually awful. We're going to inhale, float the arms over the chest. Exhale, peel really strong, squeeze through the legs, reaching forward into that fold. Now I'm going to flex my feet here. Sit up tall on an inhale. I'm going to exhale down one vertebra at a time, really squeezing through those legs. Arms float back. Don't let those ribs pop. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, squeeze up, out, and over. Big reach. Flex those feet. Sitting up tall on an inhale. And exhale down with control. Keeping the belly button scooped, keeping those legs active. Inhale, reach. Exhale, peel. Long forward fold. Sit up tall. Take it down. Let's get one more, guys. And we'll inhale, reach. Exhale, peel. Up, out, and over. Really trying to get as deep into that fold as you can. Sit up tall. Scoop that belly, walk it down, really slow and controlled. Arms reach back. Let's float, one knee in Other knee in, and take a little break. Knock my water bottle over. All right. You guys hearing me okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. If I'm too loud, you can say, ah. All right. So let's go into a little single leg stretch, or we're just going to start by lowering. Let's lower your left leg to the floor and take the right leg to extension. So I'm just going to straighten out this right leg and add a little point and flex. Think about bringing your nose up toward your knee. And I want to engage my quadriceps. I really want to try to straighten this leg. If you're still a little bit bent, maybe push that knee out just a little more, really engaging our quads. All right, so Lucy might not have a lot of room for this. You can bend your knee. So we're going to bend the knee, and I'm going to take it over to the right. So we're going to do our 3-point stretch. I'm going to stretch my inner thigh first, starting with a bent leg. But if you have the room and you can stretch that leg open to the side, just reach it a little further. Keeping your left hip anchored to the floor. So I don't want to roll with this leg. Now bend the knee and then bring it across the body. So just getting a little bit of a twist. And I'm going to stop about halfway. I want to keep my shoulder on the floor and just try to get that twist a little deeper, taking it over as you can. Now you can support under that knee if you'd like, or stretch that leg out and pull that leg a little deeper into the stretch. So listen to how you're feeling.
Oh, sorry, man.
And Jen is like completely twisted around. She's my bendy girl. We're going to bring this leg back to center one more time. We're going to go into a single leg circle with this right leg up. So go ahead and lower your head and shoulders. Keeping the hips very quiet, very still. We're going to draw a circle in, stop at 12 o'clock, and then unwind that circle, stop at 12 o'clock. So one circle in and stop, one circle out and stop. Keep the belly button scoot to the floor, and just let those hands relax at your side, either down by your hips, or you can open the arms in a letter T. Keep that belly drawn tight. Inhale, one circle. Exhale, and the other circle. Let's get this last one. Inhale, draw the circle. Exhale, unwind the circle. Float that knee into your chest. Walk your other knee into your chest, and just take a moment. If you're pointing your toes a lot, make sure you're giving yourself a little break, a little flexion, extension, giving those feet a little break. All right, so let's keep the left leg in nice and close. We're going to take that right leg out, and I'm going to anchor this leg down. So I'm going to unfold with that left leg. I want to think about the stretch in the back of my thigh, opening through my hamstrings, engaging the front of my thigh, my quadriceps. You can add a little point and flex with the foot if you'd like. I'm adding a little bit of forward flexion, so head and shoulders are up, and I want to try to keep that belly button scooped. All right, so I'm going to lower my head and shoulders. We're going to take that 3-point stretch. So I'm going to open the leg to the side. You can bend the knee if you need to. Trying to keep that right hip down, really flat, really actively pressing that leg to the floor. Now you can open up that left leg if you are able to. Just a little more stretch, a little more intensity. Now I'm going to bend the knee and bring it across. I'm going to switch hands. I'm going to stop about halfway. So here's where we're twisting. And keeping the shoulder on the floor. Let's see if we can take it over just a little further, guys. Exhaling into your stretch. So try not to hold your breath on this stretch. And if you'd like, you can also add just a little more extension on that leg. So straightening that leg just a little further. Now I'm going to bend the knee, pull it back to center, and one more time, I'm going to open up this leg, feeling that stretch through the hamstrings, and we're going to go into our single leg circle. So I'm going to lower my head and shoulder, and I'm going to try to keep the shoulders flat on the floor. We're going to draw a circle in, stop at 12 o'clock, circle out, and stop. Again, scooping that belly button to the floor. Inhale and exhale. Abs are strong, hips are quiet, so we're not rocking and rolling all over the place. And let's get one more breath cycle, guys. Inhale, circle. Exhale, unwind it. We're going to float that knee in, walk the other knee in, take a little break. Okay, so next up, we are going into our rolling like a ball. So I hope Lucy has enough space. Her office is the equivalent of a tiny house.
I'm gonna move
Very
that.
efficient. All right, so we're going to come into this little balance position, and we want our feet to hover off the floor. I'm going to hold at the front of the shins. So I'm just going to kind of keep this nice, tight little tucked ball. We're going to start at the top, nice and tall. Inhale. We're going to exhale, roll it back, bring it up, and then put on the brakes at the top. Inhale back, exhale up, and find that balance. Scoop the belly. So this exercise really is a combination of this round back and then the straight back at the top. Focus on that deep lower abdominals to really kind of help you stop this and find that balance. Now, let's add something on at the top here. This next one, out, in, if you can. You're going to take it out and pull it in. All right, so inhale back, exhale up, out, in, out, and float it in. Scoop that belly, inhale, exhale, and out and in. Now let's add one more layer on your out. Give yourself 3 little heel beats. So take it out, 3, 2, 1, float it in. Rock and stack, out, in, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, and pull it in. 2 more, guys. Inhale back, exhale up, take it out, 3, 2, 1. Last one, inhale back, exhale up, take it out, and most of you guys know what's next. Twist it, you got it. Little Russian twist, so drive those hands across the body. Think about this one, hip to hip, cheek to cheek, really trying to get it across. 4, 3, 2, almost there, guys. Back to center, cross your ankles, take a break. Woo. Good job, you guys. Let's bring it over to our hands and knees. So adjust yourself as you need to, hands and knees.
May you take all over my mat?
What?
My dog take over
Oh, the
my
dog's
mat.
taking over the mat, yeah. Well, my cat has not made it down here. She was like in my face earlier screaming at me. So that's good. All right. Well, he wants to work out too. He wants to be.
No, he just lay down.
All right, guys, we're going to start with some cat and cows. We're going to start off with that knees stacked below the hips and the hands are stacked below the shoulders. Spread the weight through your fingers. We're going to start with an inhale, looking out ahead, scoop that belly. Exhale and round, tuck the chin. Inhale and exhale. Draw those abs in tight. Inhale and exhale. Now I'm going to turn my toes. We're going to press into a down dog on the next one. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, I'm going to round and then continue, press up and into my downward facing dog. Take a moment, pedal through those legs. Let's get those heels stretching out because we didn't start off with our forward fold warm up. So those heels and the back of the legs, they might still be a little bit tight. Spread the weight through your fingers and scoop your belly toward your spine. Let's really try to keep that strong connection, guys. All right, so I'm going to settle both heels down, double, lift and lower, both heels up, both heels down. Think about pressing your chest toward the floor as you come down into those heels. All right, sink and hold it in those heels. And I'm just going to take a little cat stretch forward into a plank. So if you need to adjust a little bit, feel free. We're down in our plank, nice and long, scoop the belly. Now I'm just going to bend my knees and drive my tailbone back and up into my down dog. And I want to move between those two, just a couple of cycles. So I'm going to round forward into my plank. Knees bend, press back and up into your down dog. Scoop that belly forward and then press it back. Let's get one more. So we're just going to round forward, hold, knees bend, press up and back into your down dog. Adjust if you need to. I'm going to stay here for just a moment longer. I'm going to shift forward into a plank. We're going to lower chaturanga, elbows near the body, lowering with control, guys, coming all the way belly to the floor. And let's just slide the elbows forward. So coming into this very, very small cobra, swan, whatever you want to call it, shoulders down. And I'm going to lower with control. I'm going to slide my hands back just a little bit and then come up a little higher. So you can come up into cobra, or if you're feeling kind of strong and want to try this out, press the top of your foot into the floor. We're going to come into an up dog. So the hips are off the floor and you're taking that really strong bend. You can also keep the hips on the floor, make it less of this intensity. Now I'm just going to allow my knees to lower, hips to lower, and we're going to press back into a child's pose. So take your time, allow yourself to really sink and stretch, reaching out through those hands. Give yourself a little open and close, wrist rotations, and let the head relax forward. All right, so coming back into our tabletop, we're gonna do this little marching short plank. So basically we're gonna start in tabletop, lift the knees, and step back into plank, back into plank, back into short plank. I'm calling this short plank, and then in. We want to try to keep the knees hovering off the floor, and I think I've done this with both of these groups fairly recently, so this is not new to us. All right, so starting off in your tabletop, let's make sure that the weight is distributed through your fingers, and from here I'm just going to turn my toes under and then lift and hover my knees. So I want to really press through the hands, engaging my shoulder blades down the back, and I'm engaging my core, my deep lower abdominals. Legs might be a little shaky as well. So I'm going to step back with my right, and then back with my left into a full plank. Then I'm going to step in with my right and in with my left. Now I'm going to lead with the other side next. So left, right, left, right, knees off the floor, and right, left, right, and left. Let's do one more set here. Left, right, left, and hold it here, guys. Keep it strong. Pressing that floor away. Lower, easy. Shift back, quick little child's pose. And give those hands a little break, a little wrist rotation, flexion, extension. You can even stretch the hands the other direction just to kind of give them that little rest that they need. Okay, well, let's go ahead and shift back around to our hips. Let's grab a quick ab series. How's everybody doing?
All right. Yeah.
All right, so let's shift around, and we're going to start by laying back. We're going to pull both knees into the chest. Take a moment, flexion, extension, a little back side to side, a little back massage. All right, so from here, I'm going to lift my head and shoulders. I'm going to keep the right leg and extend the left. We're going to go outside hand to ankle, inside hand to knee, or you can just stack the hands if that throws you off. Inhale on the right knee, exhale at the left. So inhale, exhale. You can add a little pulse. Inhale and exhale. Think about reaching through that foot. Exhale and inhale, exhale. Head and shoulders are up. Scooping that belly long and strong. Inhale and exhale. One more set. Inhale. Now float both knees in. Don't lower the head yet. We're going to go right to the next one. Double leg stretch. Both arms reach long and strong. Arms circle. Knees float in. And reach and circle. And reach and circle. Keep that belly scooped tight. Inhale and exhale. Long and strong. Big reach and circle and reach. Give yourself one more, guys. Big reach and circle, knees in, head down. Take a quick break. Little neck side to side, ankle rotation, foot flexion, extension. Just give yourself that little release. All right, so going into our straight legs, take both legs up, nice and long. And again, we want to think about the stretch down the back of our thighs. I'm engaging my quadriceps. So I want to really think about this strong flexed quadriceps. So I'm going to bring myself into forward flexion, scoop the belly, right leg's coming towards you, left leg is going to lower out. Little tug, tug, switch, tug, tug. So inhale right, exhale left. Good. Try to keep that super engaged quadricep, that long straight line. Inhale, exhale. Here's 3 and 2. Last one. Now we're not taking a break yet. Both knees come to tabletop. Hands come behind your head. So supporting your head and neck. I'm going to dip the toes and bring it back to tabletop. So just starting with this 90-degree angle, dip and back to table. Scoop that belly and dip. Now you can stay with this or extend both legs. I'm going to keep my heels together and turn my toes out in that V. So I want a little bit of external rotation. We're going to lower, squeeze, and lift. Now you don't have to drop those legs super low. I want to keep this squeeze in the back of the thighs. If you only want to go about 45 degrees, totally fine. Listen to your back. Inhale down, exhale up. Keep it strong. Inhale down, exhale up. 2 more, please. Inhale, exhale. Last one. And bring those knees in. Take a little break. All right, so last in our abs series is our crisscross. One hand on top of the other, back of the hands against the forehead. Let's try to keep these elbows open really wide. And instead of the elbow coming across to the knee, let's think about bringing our shoulder toward the opposite knee. So I'm going to bring this into forward flexion. Legs are kind of in that tabletop position. I'm going to shift my left shoulder toward my right knee and then switch. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. Think about that reach through the foot as well. Big reach. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last set, guys. And bring it in, head and shoulders down. Take a little break. While we're here, let's grab some corkscrew. Both feet come up to the ceiling, and the hands can either be next to your hips, letter T, or over the top of your head. So just resting behind you over the top of your head. Big clock on the ceiling, so we're going to draw a circle on the ceiling, stop at 12 o'clock, and then unwind that circle. Keep the belly button drawn to the spine. Inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. One more set, guys. Inhale and exhale. We're going to float those knees into the chest. Give yourself just a quick little release. Hands behind your knees and pull yourself up for a quick little break. You can give yourself a little stretch forward. Anything you'd like. All right. Let's come to our knees. And we're just going to do just a little bit of a kneeling side kick. Now, normally I would stop at 12:45, but since we don't have the pressure of a group behind us, I might go just a little bit longer today, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bear, you give me some room, Bear.
Come on, Bear. Bear means he needs to participate or get out of the way. All right, so we're going to start off in a kneeling position, and so I've got my mat lengthwise to my side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean into my left hand, so you guys can lean into your right if you want to mirror me. And I'm going to extend my right leg out to the side. Now I don't want to fold forward. I want to try to keep these hips really stacked and open. I'm going to start with just an easy side lift. Easy side lift. So either in the palm of your hand, or you can make a fist and go into your knuckles. So just depending on how your hand feels. All right, so I'm going to hold this leg, and we're going to draw some little circles. So stir those legs forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Reach in your top arm. So right arm is going to come to right knee and extend. Good. Squeeze and reach. Squeeze and reach. So I'm adding just a little bit of a side bend here as I take that big reach. All right, so you can stay with this, or if you have the room and you can make it a little stronger, it's going to be a clamshell. So it's a lift and lift. Yes, lift and lift. Give yourself 2 more, guys. Lift and lift. Take it down to the floor. Quick little stretch.
Oh,
Give yourself a nice little pat if you need that. And we're going to get the other side. Good job. Here we go. All right, so I'm taking my right hand out to meet the mat on the side. Left hand or left leg comes out. And we're just going to start with that side lift. So just up and down. Keeping those hips stacked, keeping your abs really engaged. Nice and strong here. Breathing through it. And hold the leg and stir those circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Reverse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now I'm going to hold and reach this left arm. I'm going to bring left elbow to left knee. Now you're a little different on each side. So one side may feel a little better, may feel a little stronger. Reach, extend, reach, extend. All right, guys. Now you can stick with this or take your clamshell. Big side leg lift. Lift. Yes. Lift. Lift. Really strong. Lift. And lift. 2 more. 2 more in there. Lift. And lift. Woo! Take it down. Give those hips a little rest, a little break. Good job. All right, so now the side of our glutes are nice and tired. Let's come over to our belly and just get just a quick little gluteus exercise, all right? So we're gonna come over to our belly and I'm gonna lower all the way to the floor. So I'm gonna cross my forearms. You can rest your chin, your cheek, or your head. So I'm gonna turn my knees open very slightly. I'm gonna make some little froggy feet here. I'm gonna bring my heels together. So think about pulling your heels toward your bottom as well. So we're engaging the back of our thigh, our hamstrings, and we're about to start really actively engaging our glutes. All right, so we're just gonna squeeze the heels against each other. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So rest your head, focus on those legs. 3, 2, 1, and relax. So we're just squeezing against each other. 3, 2, 1, relax. Again, 3, 2, 1, relax. One more, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So try not to let the feet float out. I feel if I turn my knees open slightly, then they float away less. But I want to really keep them pulled in tight toward my booty. Yep, just like that, Jen. That looks really good. So by keeping the heels close, I'm really actively engaging my hamstrings. Now, we're going to do the same 3, 2, 1, but we're going to lift 2, 1, and lower. So the heels are still squeezing against each other. So lift, 2, 1, and down. Do it again. Lift, 2, 1, and down. One more like this. Lift, 2, 1, and take it down. You can extend those legs and give those hams a little stretch. You can bounce the legs a little bit if you need some of that release. Okay, so same idea with the 3, 2, 1, and the release on 4. This time it's a lift, extend, bend, and down, all right? So trying to keep the heels kissing. They're gonna wanna come apart. So you have to work a little harder on that inner thigh squeeze, all right? So starting off, and your knees might not wanna be quite as far apart this time. So heels are together, little froggy feet, and we're going to lift, extend, bend, and down. They probably wanna come apart. So we're gonna lift, extend, bend, and down. lift, extend, bend, and down. Lift, extend, bend, and down. Let's get one more, guys. Lift, extend, bend, and take it down. Woo, push back to a little child's pose. Take your time, stretch, getting those glutes. And while we are in glute mode, let's come back to hands and knees. We're just going to do one more quick little set for us here. So I'm going to take my right foot and drive it to the ceiling. And then I'm going to bring it under, drive it up, and curtsy. So up, under, up, and curtsy. So big heel up, under toward your nose, up, big squeeze, and little curtsy. So crossing over. So lift, pull under, up, curtsy. Lift, pull under, up, and curtsy. One more, guys. Lift, pull under, up, and curtsy. Let's bring that knee down. Let's take some quick little fire hydrants. So we're just going to lift and lift, thinking about that space in the side of the hip, gluteus medius. Lift and lift and lift. Now if you can, lift, hold, extend, bend, and lower. Lift, extend, bend, and lower. So you're just straightening that leg out and down. Lift, extend, bend, and lower. One more, please. Extend, bend, and down. Take a quick break. All right, giving those hands a little break as well. So if you're in your hands a lot, so just a little open and close, rotation, stretches, anything that kind of helps those wrists. Let's get the other side. Hands, spread the weight through those hands, shoulder blades down your back. Now let's start with that little press up. We're going to pull knee under, go up, and curtsy. So up, under, up, curtsy, up, under, up, and curtsy, guys. Scoop that belly, squeeze your glutes, and curtsy. Lift, curl, lift, curtsy. Let's get two more. And curl, lift, and curtsy. Last one. Lift, curl, lift, and curtsy. Let's bring that left leg next to the right. Here's your little fire hydrant. So lift, lower, lift, and lower. And really thinking of that space right at the side of your hip, guys. And lift. Now, if you can, add that little extension at the top. So lift, extend, bend, and down. Lift, extend, bend, and down. I'll turn so you can see too. So lift, extend, bend, and down. Woo! Getting in the side of the hip there. One more, please. Lift, extend, bend, and down. Take that child's pose. Now, while you're here in your child's pose, I'll stay this facing. Walk your hands. Let's walk them over to the right and shift those hips to the left. So getting a little stretch down the side body into the hip. Let the head relax forward. Bring it back to center. And go ahead and continue on over to the right, or excuse me, to the left. Let that right hip stretch out. Let's bring it back to center. And just lean forward into your knees. Turn your toes under and rock back to balance on the ball of the foot. So just take a moment here, quiet your mind, finding your balance. And if you can, bring your hands to the top of your knees. Now, if you need to, you can always bring your hands back to the floor to unfold to stand. Otherwise, I'm just going to press and stand. Good. Nice and tall, guys. We're going to take a couple of big breaths. Arms are going to reach up, a little arch in the back. I'm going to hinge, so a little swan dive, reaching for the floor. Fingertips touching, pedaling through the legs. So just a little bend and straighten. Keeping the belly button drawn to the spine. Let's let the head relax and maybe shake the head no a couple of times. I'm going to settle, excuse me, I'm going to settle both heels down and then walk my hands a little closer to my feet. Soften the knees, slide the hands up, and we'll unfold one vertebra at a time. Head and shoulders stacked tall at the top. Let's do that again. We're going to inhale, arms are going to sweep up, and exhale, we're going to swan dive. This time, let the hands come behind you. Rest in the small of your back. Go ahead and continue your forward fold. Let that head relax forward. Interlace your fingers and press the knuckles away. Feel free to lift and lower, scooping the belly. Just kind of finding some of those tight spots in the shoulder. And then let the hands rest in the small of your back. I'm going to soften my knees and unfold one vertebra at a time, releasing the hands as I come to the top. Everybody, take a big inhale. Arms are going to reach up. We're going to exhale. Let's go palms up as the hands float down. So I've got my thumbs back, opened through the shoulders and the chest. Now I'm going to turn my palms back, pressing my thumbs toward the back of the room, and then just take the hands down. Easy little shoulder rolls. Everybody give yourself a big inhale.